Hey gardening friends, ready to grow healthier plants, bigger harvests, and smarter gardens? Let's get started.
Did you know that Americans throw away nearly 1 billion cups worth of coffee grounds every single day? That is an unbelievable amount of waste heading straight to the landfill. But what if I told you that the stuff sitting in your kitchen trash right now is exactly what your garden has been starving for this whole time? Welcome to the Smart Gardener. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a single tip that could change the way you grow. Here is what most folks do not realize, and this part really surprised me when I first learned it. Used coffee grounds still contain about 2.4% nitrogen, along with potassium, magnesium, phosphorus, and calcium. If that list sounds familiar, it should. Those are the exact same nutrients printed on the back of every fertilizer bag sitting on the shelf at your local garden center. The difference is that this one is already in your kitchen, and it is completely free. Today I am going to show you step by step how to turn those leftover grounds into a safe and simple nutrient solution for your plants. Explain the real science behind why it actually works, and most importantly, help you avoid the common mistakes that could end up doing more harm than good to your garden. Now, before we get into the recipe, there is one thing I need you to understand first, because getting this wrong could actually hurt your plants. You should only use coffee grounds that have already been brewed. Fresh, unused grounds are a completely different story. They are loaded with caffeine and acid, and multiple studies have confirmed that they are toxic to many plants. Caffeine naturally suppresses the growth of surrounding vegetation, so putting fresh grounds in your garden is like poisoning the soil with good intentions. Brewed grounds, on the other hand, have a nearly neutral pH around 6.5 to 6.8, which makes them far safer and gentler on roots. Once you have your used grounds, spread them out on a tray and let them dry completely in the sun or in a low oven. This step is important because wet grounds invite mold and unwanted fermentation, and dry grounds are much easier to measure accurately. Now here is where the magic starts. Pour about 1 quart of warm water, somewhere between 85 and 105 degrees Fahrenheit, into a clean glass jar. Add 2 tablespoons of your dried coffee grounds and stir everything well so the grounds are fully in contact with the water. Then simply let it steep for 24 hours. During that time, soluble compounds along with minerals like potassium, magnesium, and trace elements will slowly dissolve into the water, creating a mild nutrient solution your plants can actually absorb. After 24 hours, give the mixture another gentle stir to make sure everything is evenly distributed. Then pour it through a sieve lined with a clean cloth to filter out all the remaining solids. Now I know this step might feel unnecessary, but trust me on this one. If those leftover particles end up sitting on your soil in humid conditions, they will start to decompose and invite mold growth right at the base of your plant. Even worse, coffee grounds have a very fine texture that tends to compact into a dense crust over time. And that crust creates a barrier that blocks both water and air from reaching your roots. I have seen this happen in my own garden, and it is not something you want to deal with once it starts. So take the extra minute and filter your solution clean. You will thank yourself later. Before you water, grab a small hand tool and gently loosen the top layer of soil around the base of your plant. This is one of those simple steps that makes a surprising difference. Loosening the surface improves airflow in the soil, helps the liquid soak in deeper instead of running off the top, and delivers those dissolved nutrients right down into the active root zone, where your plant absorbs water and minerals most efficiently. Think of it like opening a door so the food can actually get to where it needs to go. Now pour the solution slowly around the base of the plant, giving the soil time to absorb it. Never pour it directly on the leaves because this solution is meant for the roots, not the foliage. And keep in mind that this is a supplement, not a replacement for your regular fertilizer program. For most plants, using it once every 2 to 4 weeks is the sweet spot. Any more than that, and you risk overdoing it. Here is something else worth knowing that most people overlook. Coffee grounds contain about 93% organic matter compared to roughly 7% in standard garden soil. So even a small and consistent addition makes a real difference over time. If you are working with heavy clay soil, the organic matter helps break up that compaction and improves drainage. And if your soil is sandy and everything just washes right through, it actually improves moisture retention so your plants stay hydrated longer between waterings. Now here is something the competitor did not tell you, And this information alone could save you a lot of frustration and wasted effort in your garden. Not every plant in your yard wants coffee, and using it on the wrong ones can do more harm than good. So let me break this down for you. The plants that absolutely love coffee grounds are your acid-loving favorites. Hydrangeas are at the top of that list, and here is a fun fact. A slightly more acidic soil can actually shift their blooms from pink toward those gorgeous deep blue tones that everyone wants in their yard. Blueberries thrive in a pH between 4.5 and 5.5, so they welcome the gentle acidity that coffee provides, and it supports better fruit production and flavor over time. Roses are heavy feeders that love the extra nitrogen for pushing out those big, beautiful blooms throughout the growing season. Azaleas, rhododendrons, and camellias all fall into the same category and respond beautifully. On the vegetable side of your garden, carrots, cucumbers, peppers, and radishes all do well with coffee ground enrichment. But here is where you need to be careful. Stay away from rosemary, lavender, succulents, cacti, and most Mediterranean herbs. These plants evolved in dry and well-drained conditions, and coffee grounds hold on to moisture in a way that creates the perfect environment for root rot. You also want to keep coffee grounds far away from seedlings and freshly sprouted seeds, because the nitrogen levels can burn those tender young roots before they have a chance to establish themselves. Now let me walk you through the most common mistakes I see gardeners make with coffee grounds, because avoiding these will put you ahead of most people right away. First, never spread a thick layer of raw grounds directly on the soil surface. They will compact into a hard crust that blocks both water and air from getting through to the roots below. Second, keep coffee grounds under 10 to 15% of your total soil mix. More is not better in this case. Third, if you are growing plants in pots or containers, stick with the liquid solution we made earlier instead of adding raw grounds to the potting mix. Indoor pots have less airflow than outdoor garden beds, so wet grounds in a small container will quickly lead to mold and attract those annoying little fungus gnats that nobody wants flying around their home. And here is a bonus benefit that most gardeners completely overlook. Research has shown that coffee grounds attract earthworms, and those worms actually reproduce at higher rates in soil that has been enriched with grounds. The combination of high organic matter and moisture creates the ideal environment for them to thrive. Why does that matter? Because earthworms naturally aerate your soil, improve drainage, and their castings are one of the best natural fertilizers you can get. On top of that, as the coffee grounds decompose over time, beneficial bacteria and fungi move in and colonize the area. These good organisms crowd out harmful fungi like fusarium, pythium, and sclerotinia before they ever get a chance to attack your plants. So you are not just feeding your garden, you are actually building a healthier ecosystem beneath the surface. If you really want to take this to the next level, let me share one more method that most videos never mention. Instead of using coffee grounds directly, compost them first. Coffee grounds are classified as a green material, meaning they are rich in nitrogen. Mix them with brown materials like dried leaves or shredded cardboard, and keep the grounds under 20% of your total compost pile. Here is what makes this so powerful. Studies have found that coffee grounds help maintain high temperatures inside a compost pile for up to 2 weeks, which kills off harmful pathogens and weed seeds even more effectively than manure does. The finished compost is the safest and most effective way to feed your garden. And if you need more grounds than your morning cup provides, stop by your local coffee shop and ask. Most are happy to give away their used grounds for free. It costs you nothing and keeps that waste out of the landfill. After 30 days of proper care, you will notice the difference. Denser foliage, healthier stems, and more flowers starting to bloom. Coffee grounds are not a miracle cure, but when used the right way, they become a valuable part of a sustainable garden routine that works season after season. If this video helped you, give it a like and subscribe to The Smart Gardener for more simple and effective tips. Drop a comment below and tell me how you use coffee grounds in your garden. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.